felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You
focused.
need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary,
You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. No.
Alan, please, this way.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Alright. There's some crazy people up in this place.
Come, Alan, this
That
way.
painting was spooky.
You might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Welcome to Cauldron Lake Lodge. We're here to give you the specialized help you need. However, please observe the following. Please ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with your therapy and or periods of creativity. Also, please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged by their creative processes. Be patient. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems, and they won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind that you're voluntarily receiving treatment that has been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow, work best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them. Man, imagine visiting family members in hospitals now.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm. I hope it wipes this place off the
What
face
the
of the
heck?
earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're alright, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's gotta go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
A manuscript page?
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him, but there was fear too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
What are you trying to... Okay.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make...
Hey, wake! Why don't you
The
humor
doors were
Dr.
locked.
Hartman and give
Hartman
the
and the
writing a
nurses
shot,
would
huh?
have keys,
Typewriters
but there
in
was
your
no
room.
way to get my
You can
hands
get to
on
your
them.
room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else
What is this QR code for?
I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake.
Okay.
I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the
Well-
story it wants, and the story will come true.
Interesting.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
I scan that QR code. It just leads to a GIF that has absolutely nothing to do with Alan Wake. I believe that domain expired and somebody else bought it. I have to assume. This is it.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer?
I don't remember.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
Dang. What are these paintings? Man, like these ones.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan. The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna chew your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously!
Why does the camera change like that?
Barry?
Barry.
Ow! About time! Barry!
Give me
Man,
this.
I'm glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, well. Disregard the dialogue, apparently.
These
That's
were
okay.
all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Okay. What are the... Okay, let's stop. Oh. I didn't even realize. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord! Where am I going? Escape the clinic. Okay, just go this way. Oh, snap. Alright, smack.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Oh my gosh. Let's go up to the generator. Okay, let's go. Okay, I got a player. Heyo. Okay. It's a page.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Okay. Yep.
Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless will satisfy your never-ending
Nope. Oh, smacked. Oh yeah, that hurt. I didn't get out of the way. I'm very good at this game. Oh, god dang. What the heck? I'm getting wrecked. Okay. Let's hold up here for a second. Hold on, Barry, I gotta grab this thermos. Priorities, man.
Hey, come on! You gotta get going!
Are any pages?
Al, I'm over here!
I'm coming.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry,
I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God!
Yay.
Look at the house, Al! Look out! Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
That's what we're trying to do, Barry. We're trying to get the heck out of Dodge.
Al, hurry up! I can hear those evil guys moving around!
God bless it. You kidding me? Oh, hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Oh, hey, buddy. You move way too fast. Don't trust anyone. Okay.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Okay. Nice.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Well, how'd that work out, Hartman? Didn't work out very well for you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Give me all the ammos. Jeez. Yep. I knew it. I knew it. Where did this guy go? Oh man, I'm gonna die. Yep. It's hard to tell when he was attacking. The birds are the worst. They're so tough to deal with. 2 pills in the morning. I did not see that before. 11 shots. Thank you. Those birds, though. They suck. Oh, cool. Shotgun.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Oh, dang, dang. Give me all the things. And the old made Tom do it. Anybody behind me? Good. This son of a gun is just... Nice. Why are you still dodging? How was his coat still in like perfect condition? I don't get it. He's been through so much. He fell in the water with this thing on. Still, it looks immaculate. Please no bad guys. This way. Give me everything. No, okay.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
I see you, Mr. Sir, at the end of this long walkway. That Barry.
Al! You're alive!
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Oh, man. What?
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Nice. Why does he have that in the back?
Leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
The whole house is up in darkness.
Crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it. Look out!
Ooh.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry!
Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Heck? Well, I have nothing to defend myself. So that's fun. You need to hold on to your weapon and flashlight a lot better, Mr. Wake. Oh gosh. Yep. I saw it. I saw it. Okay.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Why are all these lights so faulty? Oh, smack. What the heck? Okay. Guess it's kind of silly to think that that wouldn't happen. Everything is coming to life. Ouch. Don't you do it too? Uh-oh. We gotta move.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
That guy.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
You can. I don't even have any batteries. What? Trust no one in the dark. Where must I get to the farm? Okay. Other guys. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh, you stopped whipping stuff, man. Gosh. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Don't do that. Yep, I knew I was dead. I kept mashing E.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Okay, let's go.
Only the three fatty acids are good for your heart.
Dang it. Can you? Oh my gosh. Okay, don't pick up the batteries. Whatever. Alright, new plan.
I could sense the movement
Not
in the woods
die.
ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no
I'm
choice.
guessing you can't actually get that started before you get smacked in the head with a wrench or whatever they're throwing an axe.
Only the three fatty acids are good for your heart.
Oh my gosh. That's all they're doing is just throwing. Get in the light!
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Swap. What does a heavy-duty flashlight do? Can I smack people with it? I don't have a gun. Having something to smack people with would be great.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Or is it the same and it just lasts longer?
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
The heck? That
I
looked
had
like
seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit.
that was
He
weird.
was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
There's a lot of these. Jeez. Pick up the shotgun.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm. The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
What? Oh no. That's a big guy. No, it's not. Sit here for a second. Let this flashlight recharge. Okay, maybe that's not a great idea. Did not realize they would just keep on coming. Oh darn, he got me. How are you still alive? No, not worth it.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Daddy, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah!
What the?
What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friends. Something's bad.
What?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
D.E.D. Dead. Yo, man. Didn't know if there was
Let me
anybody
guess.
else, so
Danny, huh?
I wanted to play it safe. Just busting
The front
through.
door was locked.
Did I just jump out the window?
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Ooh, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Tasty. It's in the outhouse.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated, an emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
I can't go in? Man, shame.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Thank you. Okay, that's the farm. Let's check out what we got going on over here. Of course. I wonder if there'd be bad guys. What's breathing? Oh. Batteries. Out of my way. Louis. Oh, Pat.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Creeper. Get to the cars! Yeah, the way. Yep. There's Tokyo Drift up in here. I think that's the correct way to go. What is over here? Or maybe this is the correct way. Maybe I'm just going in circles. Yep. Okay. How you doing? Okay. Let's just get rid of these guys. Any collectibles? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Guess we're on foot now. I used almond milk for this hot chocolate, and you can definitely tell. Not in a bad way. Oh, I need to go here. Yeah, it's like a chocolate almond hot cocoa. I guess chocolate hot cocoa is redundant. Okay. Yeah, just... It doesn't taste as good to me if I do that. I definitely prefer using milk. Any sort of milk. Open sesame. I fully expect there to be... Yep. More than one. I should have switched to the hunting rifle. This is not a big deal, but would have been quicker. And I have plenty of ammo.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Yep. Okay.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
What the heck?
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Oh, the cow.
Ow! We have to fight them off! I can tell
He's preparing for this spot to be muted. Oh, buddy, okay. I didn't see him.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can tell through the fireworks from here! This place is stopped! Ow! Hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
Get out of here, jeez. Here's another.
Here we go! Everyone to the rescue! Oh, damn it! Back to the sentry wiring! Hang on now! I'll get them working again! I promise!
Oh, buddy. I appreciate the music during this section. It's a nice change. Dodged. Too easy, too easy. I don't need to do that.
No! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Valerie, please, please, please!
Okay. Well, you got me.
This is pretty much how I always wanted to go out! Rock and roll! Woo!
Shoot, what the heck?
They are trying to kill us! That's how I go to my life? Really? Children of the elder god! Enjoy it! God damn it!
Where'd that dude go?
Oh, did I do that?
Oh gosh, dang, whoa, hey, whoa, I'm not. Okay. That was intense. That was sweet, though.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
I'd much rather have this lantern. Thank you. Can you even use the revolver?
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
What game do I have with this? 6 shots. What do I got? 27? Okay, yeah, this is definitely worth it. Timmy, you down there? Timmy! What's up with the cutout? The heck?
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new,
Oh.
right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get up there. I gotta say, that was a lot of guys. A lot of stuff trying to kill me. Jump!
Hey, I think Alan
Oh, don't you
has
even
something
do
to
it.
say.
Yeah.
What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
What the
I think
heck,
I see
Barry?
what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
I was expecting a cake.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff! They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Of course, I pick up a lot more hunting rifle ammo. Oh, I didn't.
Sleep. We all spend a few
Oh,
of our
Night
dreams in
Springs!
soft embrace,
Man!
somewhere
It's back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got you
themselves into
started?
waking life,
Was this one of your
or vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs.
Second video. Okay.
Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr.
Garbage.
Jones as he
Let's get out of here.
explores the endless dreamscape.
It's not my episode.
To be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're
What's up with this obscene lane? Wow. Okay.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
These guys are insane.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Almost like a battering ram, huh? Ragnarok 2. Oops. Wrong button.
All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right
Yep, bad dudes. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're a big dude. Oh, okay. One of the fast guys. I see. Oh my gosh, dude, this guy. Where did you just go? Man. Okay. How about we do this? Where the heck are you? Oh, snap. Got it. How'd you even get over there? No chickens.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Hey. Let me through. See if there's anything out here. Nope. Up we go.
Be careful, Al!
Thanks, Barry. Oh. Almost missed it. Holy surprise, mother trucker. Oh my gosh.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Oh, keep going up. I hear running.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people going missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Oh, oops.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Oh my god. Get the heck out of there. Holy crap. Yep. Oh, out of the way. If this is real life, I was dead. Okay. Wait, where's... There he is. How is that not strong enough? You running at me now? Players. Okay. Nice. What's in here? Okay. What? Oh, there's a ladder. I didn't realize that.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
I had to find a key to get Barry out.
Yeah, it's me. Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
I mean, you can't shimmy through one of these holes?
Hey, what's the holdup? Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies.
Oh.
Come on, Al, open the door already. Seriously, I don't like it in here.
I'm gonna have to fight something. Guess not.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. It's pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this. Only gods know the truth. I don't like seeing a chainsaw. We only fought one chainsaw guy as far as I'm aware. Don't really want to do another one. I assume he insta-kills.
Lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Another thermos. Dang. They have their own little stage up here. It has been a hot
Power
minute
downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the
since
fuse
I
box.
found a manuscript page. Say downstairs? I don't think there's anything in these areas. God, Barry, gosh dang it, man. Just keep getting in my way. God. Oh, that's for that. Okay.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch. Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
No way. Speaking of...
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her.
Getting
right?
drunk does not seem like the best
Crazy
idea.
bastard. I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what.
Let's go out at any time.
Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
And he's gonna go all
If I just
Dick
wanted
Cheney.
to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Your eyes aren't even closed. Was that like a commercial break spot? Weird.
Damn it.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened.
Alice?
I
Alice?
remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness.
Oh, we went back here?
Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
What the?
I'd been easy prey.
Look in the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
What the heck?
No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Alright, sweet. End of episode 4. I think that's where I'm gonna call it quits for Alan Wake today. These episodes have been varying in length. Like the first one today was over 2 hours. And this one was maybe about the same. So I'll pick this back up tomorrow, episode 5. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can definitely check me out every day from 10:30 until typically about 4. Every day, Monday through Friday, every day during the week. Sometimes I might do evening streams. Just depends on how the day's going. But yeah, if you're watching me, thanks. Feel free to definitely stop in sometime if you have a chance. It'd be great to have you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.